Hey crafters, it's Janice, the Crafting Geek, and I wanted to show you something that I've been actually kind of playing around with for a while. So let me ask, how many people purchased this last year? This is my Evolution, and I also purchased it with the letterpress that came along with it through the project, and let me tell you, this is what I've done with it so far. Nothing. So anyway, I decided, and the reason is honestly, I don't really like messy crafts. The pain and the whole thing, and I was really enthusiastic at the time, and I'm like, you know what, I really want to try this, but it's just messy. So what I decided to do was, oops, sorry, I was getting that out of the way, is kind of play around with not using the paint that came with it, the ink that came with it. And I wanted to see if I could still achieve a letterpress with it. So what I've done was, here is the letterpress board that came with it. And now I use this for two different things. The first one is, I now use it for its intended purposes. Now, I came along with all of the little letterpress boards, and I'm gonna, and you do with this, you do need to use their cotton paper, and this is what I was able to achieve. Let me show you this. I don't know if you can see that. This is letterpress. See, just letterpress. You can actually see there's dimension on it. However, I didn't use ink. I should say I didn't use this. I used an Inkpad. See? So I'm going to show you how to do this. So you can now pull yours out and actually use yours also. So as it shows, there's directions if you've received one of these. I put in, here's the paper that came with it. And I'm just going to push it in here. And that's all I do with that. I've already lined up my grids, so I know they have like little stoppers that come along with it. So it's just nice so I know it can be there. So then this comes with, there's like a sticky back, and this is hard plastic. These are not rubber stamps or polymer stamps. These are hard plastic. So that I'm going to sit it on here, and then you close it, and when I close it, it actually sticks to the board. There's a double-sided adhesive tape that's on the back of it that I put on. They give you a pile of them, and I put it on. So what I did was very simple. I'm going to use the blue, and all I did was I took this, I went along, let me get this out of the way, and I inked it up. That's it. I just inked it up. And I believe We Are Memories just came out with ink now, because I think they are figuring out that people just don't want to pull out and get all messy. I close it up. I set my dial. You can see this. There's actually, it says letterpress. I just put it on the first one. Open it up and stick it through. That's it. Just like you're embossing. The difference is you're embossing, but you're actually letterpressing, which is so nice. And there's the one pass through. Let me close this up. And open it up. And voila, it's dry, and it's actually impressed in there. It's really pretty. And I really like how it looks. So let me put it back in, because you can do a second type of thing. One thing I do recommend is they have their own cloths, but I use baby wipes and just wipe up the ink and pull this off. And I have the backing still on it, so I just make sure I use it for next time. Now the second one I want to do is I want to put a happy birthday. Whoops, where is it? Happy birthday in the middle. And you can see I have my tape on there. I'm just going to pull it off, and I'm going to put it on the page where I want it. I know this is going to be harder for you to see, but I'm going to just line it up, go like this, and press, and it's attached. Now, actually, it might be a little crooked. Let me do that again. I'm doing it upside down here. That's good. Now, I'm going to ink this up. The one thing you need to make sure is you have to make sure that you only ink up the letterpress plate. And in this case, I'm going to get ink around this. So I just do a wipe the edges up. Make sure you don't want to get the ink. Let me close it back up. Bring this back up. And run it through. And honestly, this is, you can also use this. I'm going to tell you the second one in a second. And pull it through. You now can use, and there we go. It says happy birthday. So there are my 2 cards. Or I'm going to make these into cards. I'm not going to make cards right now for you because I just wanted to show you this process. But the other thing you can do is, let me pull this off. And the second one I wanted to show you, let me put my backing on this. Put this away. Is you can actually use this just like the Misty. I know a lot of people actually have it, but pull out your board. Because I've actually done multiple stampings. You put your card down, you put your stamp on here, and you can just keep going to town, inking and moving and making sure they're all the same. So pull this out. Pull out your letterpress system and use it with ink. But you do need to use the cotton paper. I tried other papers, and honestly, I wasn't happy with how it turned out. However, I do like how it turned out with this. Actually, I haven't tried it with watercolor paper yet, but that might be something that you can actually do yourself and try that. But pull out your We Are Memories letterpress if you happen to get it and not take it out of the box yet, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you've actually used it, how it worked for you. Put away the messy inks. You don't need them. Just use whatever inks. Now these happen to be dye inks. I've actually used several different, these are close to my heart, dye inks. I'm sure you can use other inks. Anything that's dyed, these are dye based. But it's a really pretty way to use, to create letterpress without necessarily all the ink. So have a crafty day, and let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I know I haven't done a video in quite a while, but I'm hoping weather's cooler now. I will be back. So have a wonderful day, and have a crafty day, I should say. Take care.